welcome back to the channel. One thing I keep forgetting to do is, or need to remind myself, is that because this car's automatic, drive is backwards rather than forwards, where I'm used to in some automatics. Sometimes last week I put it in drive, thinking it was reverse, and gone forwards, almost into walls, but thankfully no walls have been hit at all, if ever, touch wood. And another thing I've learned in the past 2 vlogs, having that audio issues, I put on different mic myself. I didn't think it would sound as bad, but I think I had the windbreaker off on the previous 2, and then just, yeah, didn't think I'd pick up that much rattling in the car, and then obviously outside with the wind. What did I expect to happen? But I'm mic'd up for this bit, and we are just off to work. Got a liquid breakfast this morning of coffee and just the usual breakfast smoothie, because I'm training a little bit early today. Got a semi full day in work, first few hours off with the new rotor, so I was able to get Odin out for a nice run. But then we're going to train after coaching, which is going to be a high rock session. I'm kind of slowly getting the hang of bettering high rocks programming for myself at the minute. It's when I get closer to more sort of the in-season stuff that I may struggle, may get a coach, or may jump on a program. But yeah, today's going to be a good one. It's going to be kettlebell based, since they are sort of my favourite piece of kit, one of my favourite pieces of kit, and I'm just rubbish at the farmer's carry, so I need to work on that kettlebell grip. But should be a good one. May stick in some safety bar reverse lunges before, or split squats, see how my body's feeling. I'm feeling very tired. Had a horrible dream last night. I had a dream I saw a head-on car crash, which wasn't very nice, and then when I woke up from that, the birds were waking me up. That's hence the large, strong coffee. So let's hopefully I'll wake up and this all fuels me for today's session. So we are starting the session with some safety squat bar split squats. I did warm up with some reverse lunges, but they are causing an issue with that left hip. Again, that injury from, was it last year before, still sort of hanging around. Doesn't quite like safety bar reverse lunges. I just find my feet are a bit narrow from here, but I can't quite keep that nailed, something to definitely work on. And the reason I'm adding these in is because I want to do some sort of lower body lift before the conditioning piece coming up. I just wasn't sure what I thought deadlifts out of the question at the minute, because that lower back's still a bit dodgy. And I saw Fergus Croy do these in one of his recent videos, and I thought, why not try them out? So here we are. Nothing great in terms of body more weight, just keeping things relatively low and light-ish. Legs are still feeling heavy from yesterday's running. But 3 to 4 sets of 5 on each side, and then that should be it for lifting. Onto the conditioning piece, which is probably going to pre-fatigue them for that. It's probably the best idea, but you know, it is what it is. Just push through. Split squats done. I'll probably soon be regretting those, because the conditioning session now is going to be, again, got this from Wadwell, I think, again, and that is going to be this piece here. 30, 25, 20, 15 of kettlebell deadlifts, kettlebell lunges, kettlebell head cutters, which are a new kettlebell movement to me. It's basically a single kettlebell cluster, so clean into a thruster, so okay in the shoulder, and then farmer's carry. It was meant to be 100 meters after each one. I was going to do it outside, but it's quite busy at the estate today. So I'm just going to do 10 lengths in here of the green turf, which should be about 60 meters. But again, I'm not too conditioned to farmer's carry, so I'm not too fussed about there not being 100. I'll probably be thanking myself that I actually swapped it. Probably going to go for 24s. Again, because they're the weights I'm going to use in high rock, so I may as well just stick with that for now and maybe in future shorter ones, use the 32s just to train the grip stronger. And before the session, I was having a bit of play out with some other grip work, which I'm going to try later on, so you'll see that later on if you want, just compare to it. But let's get into this and hopefully it's not as bad as it looks. I should have probably thought this through a bit more before deciding what to do, because of my OCD, the gym here doesn't have a matching pair of 20s or 24 kettlebells. The grip the handle's slightly thicker, so I'm going for 25 kilo dumbbells for the deadlift and the lunges, and then for the farmers, I'm just going for the 32s. So it's going to be a bit more challenging than I first thought. Doing a little warm-up round, already regretting the split squats, but it is what it is, just something to adapt to, and probably need to eat a bit more food later on. Because yesterday I didn't eat enough after the run and stuff. I have a new low weigh-in today by ½ kilo, which ain't great. Don't want to be losing that much that quick. I think I'm only down a kilo this week, so definitely need to up the food, make sure I'm eating enough. So yeah, let's get into the session. Hopefully it doesn't ruin me for the weekend or just the rest of the day, or just kill me off completely. I don't know. Yeah, wish me luck. Yeah, I'm not sure where to start this one because it ended up being quite frustrating. But I made a few changes before starting the session. That was grabbing the 25 kilo dumbbells in place of the 24s or the 32s. I just couldn't bring myself to use mismatched kettlebells, and the 32s were just a little bit too heavy for what I wanted from this session, even though, spoiler alert, I didn't get much. The lunges, they were surprisingly difficult, or they shouldn't have been considering the split squats I just did. And then I've also just realised I was technically lunging with a total of 50 kilos, which is something I've definitely not done for quite a long time. I was definitely feeling them after those squats in the first round of deadlifts. Now the head cutters, again, a brand new movement for me, but quite enjoyable once I got into the rhythm of it, and a movement I'll definitely be using in the future. It brought back memories of lockdown and doing a lot of kettlebell taters, which is, if you're not unfamiliar with those, it's a kettlebell swing sort of straight into a goblet squat. Yeah, because I only managed to grab a 24 kilo kettlebell for the whole of that as a movement. But yeah, first round took it out of me really. Deadlifts, I think I broke most of those up into 15s, lunges, 10s, taters. I think I wanted to go for 10s, but I ended up doing 5s. And then the farmer's carries was just 10 lengths, so not too crazy on those. And then the second round is where the head just fell off. Got very difficult. Grip started to go, legs started to flag, and heart was just spiked. So rather than just push on, like I tried to have a little way of myself to try and, push through it, but it was just getting very, very, very frustrating. I was just breathing heavy and just not enjoying it at all. So you'll see in a sec, I just decided to pack it in and call it a day there. We live to fight another day. So before I get any more frustrated, I've decided just to call that piece there. I was just getting too frustrated. Everything's feeling very tired. 2 nights of, well, pretty much all week has been poor sleep since getting up first thing on Monday. I've just been trying to play catch up with sleep. Again, not the best when we're definitely getting less than 6.5 hours of sleep a night, which for this kind of training isn't great. I need to work on that, but I decided to scrap it there. I was just head's not in the right space for this session. I'm just getting annoyed, frustrated, everything's feeling heavy, struggling. And I said before, I don't see the point in struggling through a session, slogging through a session where it's just going to keep getting me more and more frustrated. It's going to take longer and longer, and I'm just not going to enjoy it. So I've just stopped it there. Because at the end of the day, if you're not enjoying training, then there's no point in it. I like to enjoy my training. I don't like to do a session just for the sake of doing a session. I thought this would have been a good one. Obviously, body's not right. I enjoy those head cutters. They're a good sort of full body challenge, but today isn't the day, so I'm just going to draw down to that. Finish with some accessory work. I'm going to show you that movement I had played out before, some arm work, and then call it there, head back, and have some food before coming back here for the evening shift. I was thinking to myself earlier, how could I train my grip and back with the rope without having to do sled pulls, because it's only a short track, and it takes about 4 or 5 pulls of the rope to get it moving. So I decided, I think I've seen these before, can't remember where, but essentially just attaching a a rope through a kettlebell, or putting a rope through a kettlebell rather, and just performing rows that way. Now I'm keeping these pretty light because I just feel like getting a pump on, don't fancy going anything heavy. And I'm also going to do some curls with this as well afterwards, after I've done these rows, but essentially just simply rope to the kettlebell. Obviously you want to take quite a close grip to the kettlebell because it'll just be touching the floor otherwise. You could do them like pendlay style, but you need to go probably a bit heavier to get any sort of benefit. And then from there, just simply perform a bit of rope, but you're working your grip with the rope. Nice and easy. Yeah, I think I'm just going to go as many as I can because I've lost count and I can't talk and count at the same time. Once there's about 20, so I go for 2 sets of max reps. Maybe do some sort of push or tricep variation, and then back to this for some curls. Another variation that I've thought about before, as I was a little play about, was like kind of like rope climbs but pull downs, using rope again attached to a kettlebell. I do realise I had my forearm trainer. If I had that with me, I could have put some plates on that and attached that at the end of this. Is probably safer, but for now we're going to stick with the kettlebell. And again, it's actually quite challenging. Probably gone a bit too heavy, but we'll see. Kind of like a rope climb, but again, we haven't got the facilities to rope climb. I just thought this would be a good sort of fun, slightly dangerous alternative. Oh, that's so much harder taking it up than it's coming down. Oh, but you get the idea. Oh. Jeez. Oh, that is tough. The only downside to that is the rope fur gets everywhere. But it's still a fun variation. I give it again too heavy because I think it just gets, as I'm trying to pull it, gets caught on the rope nodules, knots. I don't know, and it makes it much harder to pull up than it does letting it go. But again, that's another variation to try. And for the penultimate exercise there, and the last one with the rope, is just some good old-fashioned curls. But because the other day when I was doing the rope hammer curls, I really like how they feel on the biceps, and obviously on the forearms. I can actually feel those really working rather than the easy bar, for example. Sometimes I don't feel that working as much anywhere. But same thing, loop a rope through a kettlebell, hold it nice and close. Although, fellas, if you try this, to make sure you lean slightly forwards so it doesn't catch you on the way down, or just tuck between your legs if you're wearing tights. So, get my forearms and biceps already tired from all the rows and carries. But again, a few sets of stuff here. Oh, and that'll be session done. Oh. So after today's abysmal session, I thought I'd try and cheer us up with some good food. Actually, I had this for dinner last night. Well, something similar. It is 3 burgers. I decided to put some pineapple on top, air fried some pineapple, which has made it very nice. Again, you can pretty much air fry everything these days, can't you? Just like chuck it in. It's just over 1,000 calories. It's gonna fill with nicely. But one thing I want to say about that session is, I feel like once I've set a session, like recorded sort of an intro of it, if you like, I feel like I've got to see it through and do it. Whereas obviously once I'd introed it before, I did a few warm-up rounds and I thought, everything feels heavy, so it's going to struggle. Insert clip of Ralph Wiggum. Is it Ralph Wiggum? Yeah, so maybe I should just sort of leave these sessions, play these by ear, sort of have a few backup sessions in mind, because it just felt pretty pointless. The only good thing I got from that was the curls and the rows at the end. Everything else just felt like a bit of a slog. Doesn't help that I didn't get much in the last 2 nights, but as I always say, it is what it is. Not just one bad session from 5 this week, so I can't really complain. I just put a bit too much pressure on myself for sessions to go well. But yeah, I would like to have done some sort of wall ski egg rows, but obviously I can't use them when I train at the work gym. It's pretty limited to what I can use. But at least I got something done. Do you know what I mean? Something's better than nothing. But yeah, I think I've got to sort of play these Friday sessions by ear for the foreseeable. At least now I've got my rota done monthly now, so I can sort of plan my sessions better for that rather than going from week to week, which is nice. But right now I'm gonna have this, finish off some editing, watch some YouTube, and then head back to work for the evening shift. And then Kelly is coming around later to look after her while I'm in work, and then tomorrow off to follow me to a place called Emily's for brunch, where we went there for New Year's Eve. If you want to go and see what that was like, go back to that vlog. And yeah, it's going to be all nice with that. Maybe get some pancakes and stuff. But yeah, I will catch you all in the next one, unless I decide to show you Emily's. So see you in the next one. Peace.